yeah, obviously just gutted. The guys put in a huge amount of work to get this opportunity to come here and play in another World Cup final, and to pretty much do all you could and still not perhaps get across the line with some small margins. And I think throughout this whole campaign, in a lot of my press conferences, I've spoken about uncontrollables, and there was a couple today that were, pretty hard to swallow. But once again, take nothing away from England's campaign, not just this match, but throughout, all the cricket that they've played. The deserved winners. I think if either side walking away with the title today probably feels fortunate, having it sort of go down to obviously a tie after regular time, and then I think another one, wasn't it, after 6 more balls. So yeah, one of those things, eh? I suppose you never thought you'd have to ask that question, eh? And I never thought I'd have to answer it. Yeah, look, while the emotions are raw, it is pretty hard to swallow when, two teams have worked really, really hard to get to this moment in time. And, when sort of 2 attempts to separate them with a winner and a loser still didn't perhaps sort of shine with one side coming through. It just is what it is, really. The rules are there at the start. No one probably thought that we'd have to sort of result to some of that stuff, but yeah, very tough to swallow. Obviously a great game of cricket, and I think all you guys probably enjoyed it, as to everyone else. I think they're still here, they want more, but we're looking forward to putting our feet up now and having a bit of a chat and a reflection about our campaign. We sort of wanted 250, 260. We knew that it wasn't easy, and we were expecting it to dry a little bit more, and it did do that. And I think we saw in the first sort of 10 overs the movement that we were able to get, and we were able to pick up those early wickets, and I think that was due to the pitch and the bowlers putting the ball in great areas, which they've done all tournament. Yeah, I mean, it's very difficult to, I suppose, look at 1 or 2 areas when the margin is so small and you could look at anything. But yeah, I think the thing you walk away with is the amount of heart and the amount of fight that the guys have shown throughout this whole campaign, but probably none more than the match that we've just witnessed. And both sides showed that today, and it did come down to, I don't know how they won it. What was it? Boundaries or something? But it was, someone had to walk away with the title, and we're gutted that it's not us. But England had a very good campaign, and they deserve the victory. The rule has been there for a long time. I don't think anything like that's happened, has it, where you now question it? But look, you can't sort of look at that and think that perhaps that decided the match. There were so many other bits and pieces to that game that were so important. When it comes down to a tie, you start looking at every single delivery, don't you? But it was a pretty tough pill to swallow, that when we're looking pretty likely with Trent bowling really, really well. So one of those things. I have heard that a lot of people are enjoying it. I haven't had a huge amount of contact or from back home, and I suppose being in another country, and every game's very much felt like an away match. Obviously being a slightly smaller country than a few others, but it's great, isn't it, when sport can have an impact on a country. And I think the way you play it, and obviously getting into different stages of a tournament, and it attracts a little bit of attention, and we can only hope that the people back home enjoyed what we were able to achieve, and hopefully the way that we played the game, and I just hope that there was that enjoyment, and perhaps a few kids might start playing a little bit of cricket and all these sorts of things. So we'll have to wait and see when we head back, and hopefully there's a bit of interest there.
Okay, I asked this question standing because my respect for you, the way you have conducted, you have won an individual award also. But do you think the cricketers, the competition, you're happy, or everybody should be like gentlemen like you?
Everybody, they're allowed to be themselves. I think that's a good thing about the world. And everybody should be a little bit different as well. And very difficult question to answer. That's probably my best answer is just be yourself and try and enjoy what you do.